Hey guys, what's up? It's Drew here. Welcome to the basketball series. This is officially listed as Series 2 because it is not football, which was Series 1. So this is Season 2, Episode 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support. So we're going to do the same thing. I got a couple leagues that I'm in. I'm going to go for each league and tell you how I'm doing and who I think people should pick up, drop, or trade, just like I did for baseball. That should be, or not baseball, football. That should be a lot of fun. So, let's start with NSR Chiefs. This league, I started 0-3. So, I was thinking about just trading my players away to, like, my brother and my friends in the league. Because I knew I wasn't going to win, but they still had a shot. So I was like, why don't you have my players? Well, I didn't really do that. I just waited. And then I won the next week. So now I'm 1-3. And I'm expected to win this week. So that would make me 2-3. And I think I'd be right up in the run of it. There's teams a lot better than me. I mean, that's just, there's two teams that are 4-0. I'm 1-3, so I've got my work cut out for me, but I think I can definitely make a run at this. There's only 3 teams that are more than a game up on me, or 4 teams that are more than a game up on me, so the rest of the teams, I will pass. I could pass this week. So that would put me in 5th place going into next week. So, yeah, I like where I'm sitting. I no longer want to forfeit. Now we're going to go see which players should be picked up. Now, this is an ESPN league. Most of my leagues are Yahoo, so this is interesting. But we are going to say one of the people I think you should pick up. And also, just clarifying, I'm not going to tell you that you should drop somebody that's injured, because I just feel that you can do on your own. But I will tell you somebody I think you should just drop. So, person I think you should pick up, Joe Ingles has been great. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has also been great. And Bogdanovich played well for the Pacers yesterday, so he could be another guy you want to pick up. Some guys you might want to drop, you could look at JaVale McGee with the loss of Rajon Rondo, so obviously I think you should drop him, but he's injured, so that's a different story. With the loss of him, it makes JaVale McGee less effective because a lot of his game is to catch lobs from guys like Rajon Rondo, and he can't do that without Rajon Rondo. So I think he will take a huge hit. Another guy is Gary Harris. Hasn't played very well so far this season, so I'm not going to give up on him quite yet, but if you're in a small league, I think it's probably time to drop him. If I were you. Wait, what? I think I just broke this. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's that. Who I think people should try to trade. If you're trying to trade to get better, Caris LeVert is currently injured and has been dropped in a lot of leagues, but I think that Caris LeVert is actually a really important player because when he's healthy, he's scoring as much as anybody on the court. And because he's injured now, you can get him for under his true value. So I think this would be a great time to trade for him. And if you're trying to improve, and if you're looking for somebody that might be overvalued, let's see. Sorry, I have to think about this. Andrew Wiggins and Markelle Fultz are 2 guys. One, Markelle Fultz is now moved back being an option farther due to the loss or to the gaining Jimmy Butler, and so he's now went from 4th to 5th option or whatever. So Markelle Fultz is overvalued because of that, and Andrew Wiggins, he's not scoring an incredible amount, and they picked up 2 smaller pieces that I think will at least make up for the amount of points that Jimmy Butler, and if they do score more points than Jimmy Butler did, it will cut into Andrew Wiggins' points, I believe. So, that's why I think Andrew Wiggins is a guy you should try to get rid of. Now, to my other league. My other league, I don't think I've talked about yet. My team's 2-2 in 4th place. It's about to be 2-3. I'm getting destroyed by Chris. So yeah. This team is really bad because this team is another team where I just wasn't feeling it at the start of the season. And I totally tried to, I threw everything away and rebuilt. And so now you look at my team and it's atrocious. Alright, we'll put Steph on the bench because I got Steph and he was my 1st round pick and he's not even healthy, so we've got problems there. That's fine though. We'll figure it out. Bro, he's actually gonna work. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna start him. Okay, so now my lineup is set because I made a huge trade with my brother, and so I just had to reset my lineup. It was Russell Westbrook, Hassan Whiteside, and Bradley Beal for Devin Booker, Mike Conley, and Jeff Teague. That's a good trade for me, actually. I didn't think it was at the time, but Mike Conley's been playing really well. I love Devin Booker, and Jeff Teague was just so he would accept the trade. I'm going to be honest. I am not a big fan of Jeff Teague, but he's even smaller of a fan of Jeff Teague. So that was to get him to accept the trade. I would get rid of Jeff Teague for him. And Russell Westbrook's now injured, but he's a great fantasy player because he's a ball hog and always gets triple doubles. And then there's Hassan Whiteside. And Hassan Whiteside, I'm not sure. I mean, he's talented, but I'm not sure how good of a fantasy player he is. And then you have Bradley Beal on one of the worst starts I've ever seen. And it's not because they're pulling a Cleveland Browns and going 0-16, because they're actually 5-10 now. It's because of how high their expectations were and how far they are from meeting their expectations. I think that's one of the worst starts we've ever seen in that respect. We saw that happen kind of with the Rockets and Lakers a little bit at the beginning of the season, but not nearly as bad as the Washington Wizards, who are supposed to be a pretty good team coming in. So, let's check out who's going to be added in this league. I'd look into a guy like Tyreke Evans. He's been playing really well. So you want to get a good player. How about Tyreke Evans? Maybe Terrence Ross as well from Orlando. Now somebody you might want to keep your mind in dropping. Someone like Ryan Arcidiacono. If you picked him up at all, you should probably drop him. Wilson Chandler, I think that is, on Philly. Let's see. Did I get that right? Wilson Chandler, yes, on Philadelphia. Now as a severely smaller role after adding, what's his name? Jimmy Butler. And now some people you should trade if you're wanting to improve. What's his name? De'Aaron Fox is having a huge year. I think he's a guy that if he's available to picked up in your league, pick him up. If he's available to be traded in your league, trade him. Trade for him because he's been playing extremely well this year. Another person that you might want to consider trading if you think somebody's overvalued. This is going to surprise a lot of people. I'm going to say Kevin Durant, and it's not because Kevin Durant's a bad player. It's because you can get so much for Kevin Durant. You can get 3 really solid people. If you had a pick at the beginning of the first round, you could trade and you got Kevin Durant. You could trade Kevin Durant for the other team's second, third, and fourth round pick, or something like that. You could get so many high quality players. And Kevin Durant, actually, I'm not sure how much he's going to be bothered by this thing with Draymond. I know he says he isn't, and I'm living in the Bay Area, and I hope he isn't because I need this 3 in a row, 4 and 5 years. But we don't know if he's bothered by that. If so, he's not going to have the same type of season. So he could be a guy that you're looking at as slightly overvalued. So thank you so much. I'm sorry I came on late. That is because I woke up really late and then I had to shower. My mom made me shower, yeah. Or my dad made me shower this time. But yeah, I had to shower before I could call you or get on here and talk sports. So I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Drew Jose Nixon, and signing